Sabbatismos, the debate that shakes Sunday to the core. Episode 7. Prove Sabbatismos doesn't mean Sabbath keeping. Pastor Paul, standing beside a large screen showing the Greek word Sabbatismos. Pastor Paul: this is it, the final moment. No more excuses, no more tradition, no more twisting. We've exposed the lies. We've answered every excuse. Now here's the challenge. Prove that Sabbatismos doesn't mean Sabbath keeping, because unless you can erase this word from Hebrews 4:9, your Sunday argument crumbles. Pastor Harry, nervously: but Sabbatismos could be symbolic. Some scholars say it's spiritual rest. Pastor Paul, firm: let's go to the facts. Strong's Concordance, G4520, Sabbatismos, a keeping of the Sabbath. Thayer's Greek Lexicon, Sabbath observance, the celebration of the Sabbath. BDAG Lexicon, observance of the seventh day as the Sabbath. Lu and Nida Lexicon, a religious observance of the Sabbath day. Theological Dictionary of the New Testament, TDNT, a continuation of the literal seventh-day rest into the New Testament era. Even secular historians acknowledge it. The term Sabbatismos is unique, referring to actual Sabbath observance by Christians. So, Harry, the burden of proof is on you. Show me one lexicon, one scholar, or one Bible translation that honestly defines Sabbatismos as anything other than literal Sabbath keeping. Pastor Harry: well, maybe the word means Sabbath spiritually. Pastor Paul: let's look at Hebrews 4 in context. Verse 4 quotes Genesis 2:2, the seventh-day creation Sabbath. Verse 6 warns that disobedience still blocks people from entering God's rest. Verse 9 says Sabbath keeping remains. Verse 11 tells us to strive to enter that rest, not just believe, but obey. This isn't spiritual allegory. This is a command that ties the new covenant believer to the same Sabbath kept in Eden. Pastor Harry, sinking: but Sunday honors Christ's resurrection. Surely that counts for something. Pastor Paul: then show me the verse where Jesus commanded Sunday. Show me the verse where the apostles blessed the first day. Show me where Sabbatismos is transferred to Sunday. You can't, because there's no such verse. But here's what you do have. Hebrews 4:9, Sabbath keeping remains. Genesis 2:2, God rested, blessed, and sanctified the seventh day. Isaiah 58:13, God calls it my holy day. Exodus 28, it begins with remember. Revelation 14:12, God's people keep the commandments of God. And now that you've heard it, you are without excuse. Pastor Harry: so are you saying that those who keep Sunday will be lost? Pastor Paul: I'm saying this. The times of this ignorance God winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent. Acts 17:30. If you continue to worship on a day God never blessed, if you reject the one day He made holy, if you ignore Sabbatismos even after it's been revealed, then you are not walking in the light. You are walking in tradition. Final word, Pastor Paul. To every pastor, priest, scholar, skeptic, and seeker: prove me wrong. Prove that Sabbatismos doesn't mean Sabbath keeping. Prove that God changed His day. Prove that Sunday is holy. You can't. There remaineth therefore a Sabbath keeping to the people of God. Hebrews 4:9. And now, dear soul, you must choose. Will you keep God's command or cling to man's invention? Sabbatismos, Sabbath keeping, still remains. Hebrews 4:9. Prove it wrong.